Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at TechTrader.com. It's Thursday, March the 16th, and these are the charts of the day. Well, the market had a funky day today and a pullback day. A lot of stocks we follow did well, and a new one I've been watching for a while, Axalta Cooling Systems, with a massive year-and-a-half long inverse head and shoulder. Here's your left shoulder, head, and right shoulder complex. The neckline was broken through last week, and it moved up and paused for 3 days, holding support. Today it popped with a breakaway gap up $1.20. Traded 3.75 million shares, almost 3.8 million. That's the biggest volume in about 5 sessions and one of the biggest of the year. Follow through would get us to 33.5. That's resistance from back in here at this triple top, maybe a little higher, closer to 33.5, 33.75, something like that. And if it pulls back and consolidates above that level, we could have a swing trade on it all the way up to 36.7, and maybe much more down the road. The long-term chart shows that the stock was up in that 36.5 range. That would be the logical assumption of a potential test up in that area. CMTL had a nice day today after it spiked and broke out a week ago. It then consolidated in a rising wedge. Today it popped out of that and jumped 47 cents, a little more than $500,000. Pretty good volume for that stock. But the overall structure is what I'm impressed with. It looks to me like it's about to fill the gap, which would get it up to about 15.75. And then the next target is 17.5 at the major declining tops line and lateral price resistance, followed by potentially 19. So we'll keep tabs on these levels. And with 5.4 days to cover, that could very well extend. Looks like we got a breakout here. Well, shippers did well today. Globus popped from 440 to 794, settled back to 674, up 242 or 56%. Volume was 3.75 million, the biggest volume in almost 2 months. The last time it had that cluster of volume, it ran for 3 days here and about 4 or 5 days there. So if this is day one, we may very well get back to 11 or 12. Watch this one carefully tomorrow. Halozyme popped through what looks like a key resistance level where there's nearly a triple top up here and closed above it, increasing volume of 3 million. And with 18.9 days to cover, we may very well get a move that takes us up towards the 17.5, 18 zone. That's my next target area right there. Looks pretty good. Big short position, squeeze city, INFN. Well, after the base broke out with a big breakaway gap and a long, month-long sliding falling wedge, it popped with a big breakaway gap and ran up 85 cents or 8.2% on 3.7 million, which is the biggest volume since it exploded a month and a half ago. At this point, there's a little bit of resistance at today's high at 11.50, and that's maybe why it backed off. But if it gets to 11.50, my target immediately is going to be up 12.5, and then I'm looking up towards 14. 4.58 days to cover on that one. INVE looking really good. This low price stock broke out of the base, wedged, popped, and wedged again, and then popped again. So maybe we're well into the fifth wave. I'm going to have a problem with 8, 8.5, 9, but that's my short-term target. Jabil with a big move today. Take a look at this long consolidation. That's 5-6 years in the making. The high here was 27.35. Today got up to 28.33, closed at 28.26 near the highs. Up to 23 or 8.5% on 6.1 million breakaway day. For me, I think the stock has a good shot at making it substantially higher. Let's take a look at this gap here and the rally back to that level that occurred back in 06. Now, I know it's 10, 11 years later, but never discount previous price resistance and support. 32.75, 33 may be a potential on this one if you get it squeezed up. There's almost 3 days to cover. That would be my target. If it gets through first, yeah, if it follows through here, 33 is a number I'd be looking at. KEM, one of our swing trades, acting great. Take a look at this. After the big pop here, it's been consolidating for 2 weeks in a flag. It tried to pop today and backed off. Notice resistance at about 11.75, a triple top. We get through that, we're looking at a 14 and then 16, $17 stock. Great pattern. Watch for a breakout. Little Kopin on a move after popping on Tuesday, on Monday, I should say, Wednesday and Thursday were inside days, and today it popped again, jumping about 3.5% on 386,000. Not huge volume, but better than the last 2 sessions. What you want to watch on this one is, can it take out 389 and make it up to my next target, even though there's some resistance at 420. I'm looking for 450, 4.5, 3/4 around mid-range, and then 5.25.5. 9 days to cover on Kopin. LITE. Well, the falling wedge after the breakout of the range popped out today. 2 days in a row, strongly upward from 43 to 49 3/4, backed off to 48.90, still up 325 or 7%. This one looks like it's going to tag or test 54. And the long-term target shows a rising channel top upwards of in the 70s, but for now, let's say 54 and 60, about there would be potential targets. MAGS, the Israeli security company, broke out of the base, pulled back in a nice falling wedge, popped and did another wedge, and today popped again. If this should get through here, and that's 790, I'd be looking for 9, 9.25. MB, one of our previous swing trades, consolidated for a few weeks. Today it looked like it popped out. My short-term target's 30.5. There's 10.5 days to cover, but this long-term channel of about a year now is well underway and may very well lead to 30, 31 even. Big pop on MCRB today on news. The stock exploded, went up 344. That was a 37% gainer on 16 times normal volume. Huge day for it. I'd be looking for a retest of this spike, which comes in around 13 3/4, followed by the big one at 15. So 13 3/4, 15 zone would be my next target area, and we'll see what happens beyond that. 16.5 days to cover. Can you spell short squeeze? OCUL popped across resistance today and tagged the declining top line, and maybe going to have a little bit more difficulty getting through the 10.5 area, but that's my short-term resistance and scalp target. My swing target is 12.5. Excuse me, 12 and 14.5. 4.2 days to cover on that one. Quantena, QTNA, Quantena, broke out of a big wedge today and popped all the way up to 24.93 before backing off. Still, it was up 203 or 9.2%, and it traded 1.2 million shares. With 4.86 days to cover, we may get an extension. The mid-channel target is 26.6 1/4. We may get that as quickly as tomorrow. Top of the channel, so this goes to 30 or better. Swing trade salt is doing very well. It was up another 30 cents or 3.5% today, but it looks like it's headed towards 10.5, 11. That's my next target zone. SBLK did great. This is the third shipper we're covering today. This one popped dramatically and went up 98 cents or almost 10%. And you can see the volume traded about 1 million. So this, and where it closed is right on resistance. If it gets through here, it's 13 and 16 potentially next target. And last thing on the long side is UCTT, this junior semiconductor, is mojoing up the channel. Next target looks like about 17. If it breaks out above here, which it looks like it's going to, that could be the case. A quick look at a few boxes shorts just to round out today's action. 9 equity looks like it's fallen out of a wedge today, dropped to $1.29, but it could be the beginning of a much bigger slide that takes it all the way down into the low to mid 40s. Express Script down at $1.23 on support. We break here, we're going to look at 59.5, maybe even 57 short term. 5 prime FPRX took out a hidden shoulder pattern and its rising wedge. It looks like it's headed for a test of the May-June lows down around 37, but if we get through that, you're looking at 32. Jack in the Box continues to move up in a rising flag, but it's a bear flag in my opinion. The technicals still look bad, the volume wasn't that great, and for me, I expect it fails after filling this gap. That comes in about 102.37, today's high 101.36, about a point off that level, and it backed off and closed at 99.89. Let's see if that rolls over or not. If it does, it could be substantially lower, down into the low 80s. Parsley Energy, excuse me, looks like it's a bear wedge forming. And I'd have to call that a bear wedge. And if that does break to the downside, that's leg 1 and 2, then the third wave could take us down in the mid-20s. PZZA reversal day, made a new high up 77.5, closed 75.96, down 92 cents, or a negative reversal day with lousy technicals. This one certainly looks lower, but it's got to break 75 first. My target, 68.9, and then low 60s. Ralph Lauren continues to form what looks like a bear flag, and if this does break, we're going to see something down in maybe the mid to high 60s, I think. TPX forming a big bear wedge below the topping pattern, and if that breaks further, we could see 36, even 29. Folks, that's the long and short of it for today. I'll talk to you tomorrow in the trading room, TGIF. Have a good evening, everybody. Good night for now.